Scottish. Joey Moss, Bad Boy Gaming. And today, Zbax here on YouTube cracks a green neon ink. I love to see people's reactions, and that is exactly what this video is about. Also, we're going to discuss a little bit of the price points of where these neon ink cards are at, and you wouldn't believe it. But first, here is Zbax's introduction. Let's roll.
The only fantasy here is yours, and we shall be its final witness. What up, everybody?
Let's get up into this. This is Zbax. For some reason, Zbax, when she opens her packs, like there's cutscenes. Or she just like she just cuts the video. Like I'll show you really quick. Like you don't get to see the pack actually opened.
Ice Plan and Magic Pot. I love how they
Did you see that? Yeah. I mean, just to save time. I mean, we all know how to open a pack, I guess. But anyway, here it is.
Yo, we got one of the neon traveling chocobos, and it's green. Oh, let's get a closer look at this one.
Wow.
It's so cute. My little pet. Yo, that is incredible.
All right, yeah, there you have it. Everyone's reaction is different, you know. Some people, they would just be like, "Oh, cool." Others, you know, I can't think of who. If you can name one person who flips out when they open up a good card, I'd like to watch one of their videos. But yeah, everyone has a different reaction. Anyway, let's dive into the price points on these cards. And this is the first person I've seen open one of these. If you guys know anyone else that's cracked open a neon ink, please drop it in the comments. You know, just like shout out their channel. Yeah. I mean, people can ask whatever they want. We really don't have, at least I don't have an idea of how scarce these neon inks are. And I mean, I don't know the order. If anyone has like real detailed information, like the odds of pulling the blue, the odds of pulling the red, the green, you know, please drop that in the comments. That would be really, really cool. I'm sure a lot of us would love to, you know, be filled in with the details on that. And I'll pin it to the top of the comments. But $1,770.99, that is the asking price. Not to say it's going to sell for that. This could end up being a $200-300 card. This could end up being a $2,000 card. So the Hide Sugu, Devouring Chaos, during Kamigawa Neon Dynasty, this was exclusive to collector booster boxes, Kamigawa Neon Dynasty. There was a red ink, a blue ink, a yellow ink, which you could only get at your local game store, and a green ink. I ended up opening all three, the red, the blue, and the green from packs. I actually cracked 2 blues. Insane. I cracked the red ink, and that came from a Japanese collector box. The price is now $694. At the time of recording, this card, I want to say, was $1,500 or $1,600. I think maybe even $2,000. You know, this, like, I opened it pre-release weekend, which was just crazy, you know, and this was all the hype. You know, this was before serial numbered cards exist. To get that was just bonkers, man. This is what scares me, because if this card slowly just dropped in price over, I mean, if we saw like the 4-year or 3 or 4 year on this, you would just see a very slow decline of the card price. Last time I looked at this, it was like $900. That might have been a year ago. These are scary. If you crack one of these, I would wait maybe 1 week tops. Wait about 1 week and then sell it at that point, because then we'll have more of an idea of how scarce, you know, the cards are. But these are guaranteed just to drop over time. The hype is crazy around them initially, but man, do they flop. Now, the argument you can make is, well, Chocobo is a little different of a card than Devouring Chaos. Why they picked Devouring Chaos, which is not even a really good card, it blows my mind. But that was the very first neon ink. Here's the green ink, which is 61. There was a time this was like 250, 300 bucks. you know, and the blue ink, I think, is only like $20 now. $22.77. Is the yellow ink anywhere here? Yellow ink's at $18.36. WPN exclusive, yeah. Every WPN store, I don't know, I can't remember how many they got. They got like a handful or something, or I don't know. I don't know. It wasn't like a buy a box promo, but yeah. So pretty nasty indeed. Some prices on these traveling Chocobos. Am I saying that? I'm probably still saying that wrong. They are coming alive. There's one so far, and that's or two. This seems to be the most common out of all of them. I guess they just call it the borderless. Sure. So I guess there's nothing special about this one. It's not the neon ink. This is the base version. And then this one's exclusive. This black version is exclusive to Japanese boxes. The pink, the blue, the yellow, and the green. $1,700. Did she really just crack open a $1,700 card? I have no idea. My best guess is the prices are going to go like within 2 years. It'll be like $50. Maybe not, because this is a pretty decent card, you know? It's not like the hidden whatever, you know, from Kamigawa Neon Dynasty. So consider that. This is actually a pretty good card. When I consider that, I got to change what prices I think this is going to end up at. I would say this is probably going to be, in 2 years, maybe like $40 for the borderless. And then let's go with like maybe $50 or $60 for one of the neon inks, like the really like less sought after, like not as scarce as the others. And then you're looking at probably 100, and then 300, 800, maybe 1,000 for the most, you know, the most scarce, the rarest one to pull out of all of them. And then you have the serial numbered one. That's going to be at least a $20,000 card. You can mark my words on that. So anyway, in a nutshell, guys, wow, what do you think? Where do you think the prices are going to end up at? I just told you my thoughts. This is anyone's guess, though. It really, really is. But, oh, man, is this a lot of fun. There's also one more. There's one listed right now. And here she is. Is it he or she? I would imagine that's a boy, right? I don't see nothing hanging, you know, between his legs, but... Anyway, the red one, someone has an asking price of $1,200. Will someone buy that? I don't know. Do we? I don't know the scarcity. If you have the scarcity, please comment below. I gotta hear from you. And if someone else already has commented about it, you know, maybe you have more information. Drop your comment as well. Okay, I'm gonna heart it and respond to anyone who drops detailed information that's legit. Yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. Like, it really does help, guys. And subscribe if you're new to the channel. We have a lot of fun over here. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'm Joey Moss with Bad Boy Gaming. Please drop a like. And if you never comment, I'm calling you out. Drop a comment. Thanks for watching. Dust in the wind and leave my eyes wide open. That's what it feels like when I see this disaster. Fingers around, pointing in all directions, aimless and angry with no one to blame but yourself.